You got another visitor, Donnelly.
Police commissioner again?
Oh, not this time.
Who is it?
Derek Barrington.
Hello, Sean.
Oh, Barrington. What brings you by?
I wanted to have a little chat with you.
Well, make it quick, huh?
What's on your mind?
You? And your story.
I don't feel much like talking at the moment.
Well, how'd you feel about telling it on camera?
Oh, I see. You want to do a spot on me, huh?
Yeah. Your quest for the treasure?
You make it sound so romantic.
Well, it's certainly interesting.
I see. You want to dress me up in a cutlass, eye patch, maybe, and wooden leg, that sort of thing, huh?
No, I'm serious.
I'm not.
I want to tell it straight. Present your side of the story. You know, a man with your background must have a very valid reason for doing what you did.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
Come on, Sean, there must be more to it than that.
Oh, I think that's about the only thing people will understand.
Try me.
I don't think so. There are very few people who will buy my reasons for getting involved in this little scheme. And no offense, Barrington, but I don't think you're one of them.
Well, how would you know unless you told me what the reasons were?
If you could understand, you wouldn't have to ask the question.
And what do you mean by that?
I'm not interested.
Come on down off your high horse, John. You know, you may think that you're a prince of adventure, you know, seeking the world treasures. But the fact of the matter is you're a common criminal. Your story isn't all that special.
Oh, good. Then you certainly won't mind if I won't let you put it on the air. Guard!
I'm not through, Sean.
You are. Please show Mr. Barrington out,
I know my way.
Well, you ready for some lunch?
All depends. What is it?
Well, let's see what we got here, huh? It's either a beef stew or 1040 motor oil.
You better feed it to your card because I am not about to eat this thing.
You want to hurt the chef's feelings?
Well, better his feelings in my stomach.
I'll tell you the truth. I wouldn't eat that much either. You know, it's too bad you can't send out to Kelly's. Now, they know how to make a stew.
That's true.
One of our most famous local landmarks, Kelly's, home of the world's finest Irish stew. But I guess I don't have to tell you that either.
This was never one of my hangouts.
Oh, you have something against the Irish, do you, lady?
Oh, paying for the food was a problem. I never had enough money to eat out.
So here I am trying to take you two on a tour of Port Charles, and it turns out Yank is a local. Why didn't you say something?
I was interested in seeing how you describe my city.
How am I doing?
Not bad for a tourist.
Thank you.
I bet you they didn't have kids breakdancing on the street corners when you were in high school, huh, Yank?
Well, if they did, I probably would have pursued an entire different career. Here, remind me to show you some of my moves sometime.
Yeah, well, listen, the only move I want to see from you is someplace to get something to eat, because I am starved.
Yeah, so am I. It's all this walking.
Yeah.
Well, why not Kelly's?
All right. Here's with a name like that, how could the food be anything but great?
You think they have sushi?
I seriously doubt it.
Good, because I hate that stuff.
You know, it's not bad cooked.
I happen to have hot apple pie and vanilla ice cream. Are you on?
Come on. That sounds good to me.
Best in town.
Have to wait for it to finish cooking.
Homemade.
Do you have many relatives here in Port Charles, Yank?
Distant relatives, yeah.
Chung's a pretty common name, right?
Well, the Anglo equivalent would probably be Jones.
Well, maybe you and Tony are related.
I doubt it. My grandfather is the family patriarch. He runs things with an iron hand.
Must be very proud of you.
I don't think my grandfather knows quite what to make of me.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, you see, I was sent to America when I was 6. I'd become very wealthy and send money home, but no one expected me to become a doctor.
Let me ask your opinion on something. Why do you think there are so few Asians at General Hospital, or at most other institutions for that matter?
Yes, that's true. I haven't seen many myself.
Well, old habits die hard.
Mistrust of doctors.
No, I don't think trust has anything to do with it. I think it's more about sticking to what you already know. You see, Asians tend to have a great belief in ancient medical practices.
Modern home remedies.
In a way, but a little more sophisticated in their own right. I mean, take, for instance, acupressure.
Don't you mean acupuncture?
Oh, it's similar, except you use your fingers instead of needles. It's very effective. And then, of course, my people like to use rare herbs and balms in place of medicine.
Well, it still sounds pretty primitive to me, doesn't it?
Don't knock it if it works.
Well, that's the problem, Buzz. They don't always work. I mean, the old ways certainly have their place, but they shouldn't constitute the only type of treatment available to the people.
All right. So how do we go about changing those attitudes, especially considering those attitudes have been handed down for generations?
That, Doctor, is the million-dollar question. I'm very interested in trying to incorporate the ancient practices with modern medicine. I'd like to get my people to use both.
Good. Instead of trying to cram technology down their throats, you'll point out to them that it can work hand in hand with methods they've used for centuries.
Well, that's the idea. Now, whether I can pull that off or not remains to be seen.
Well, you've already cleared the first hurdle.
What's that?
You don't have to worry about trying to get people to come to the hospital. We'll take the hospital to them.
Ah, the medical van.
What better place for the baptism of our little project than to take it into the Asian quarter?
Well, that's a tough audience to open up for.
Oh, we'll put on a good show. As soon as we finish lunch, I've got to get over to police headquarters and apply for the permit to operate the van. The last thing we need would be for Robert Scorpio to shut us down before we even got started.
Who's that?